everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to introduce you guys to this channel. This is something that I've been really interested in doing, but honestly I never had the courage to do it by myself, and when my best friend started his own channel, it kind of pushed me forward into doing it. So this channel, I really want to be about stuff that I'm super interested in, and I know a lot of you guys are as well. So that includes things like paranormal or supernatural, or just things that are like kind of darker to talk about. So today's video is going to be in regards to something known as sleep paralysis. Now I know this is a really common topic and it's been talked about a bunch of times, but I thought it would be fun to share my take and what's happened to me and my dad. So in case you guys don't know, which I'm sure a lot of you guys do, and I'm not trying to be one of those condescending YouTubers who explain something that everyone already knows, but in case you guys really don't know, sleep paralysis is generally caused because there's actually two sleep cycles that people go through, one called REM and one called non-REM. So during rapid eye movement, or REM, our body is still and our brain is actually shooting this chemical that's causing our body to be paralyzed. So hence paralysis. Now during our REM cycle, our brain, like I said, releases that chemical that's going to paralyze us. So when we wake up during that, we experience the paralysis. So in my experience, it's more than scientific. So my first experience that I want to talk about is actually a little bit kind of funny, just because the context of the dream is so weird. So one night I was in bed, and at this time I wasn't really scared. I've never really been scared of like paranormal supernatural experiences just because I've had them so frequently. But that night was kind of different. I did kind of feel a little bit weird when I went to sleep. And I don't know, maybe if that carried on into my dreams, because I had like a really weird but kind of funny dream. Not funny in what happens, but just like what the hell is this dream? Like, why am I having this dream? So in my dream, I was driving a car, and then Shane Dawson walks out, and he's like super goth in my dream, just like a hardcore goth, like black eyeliner dripping everywhere, and he just looked so hateful, and he was holding like an armful of puppies, probably like 6 little puppies. And then in my dream I knew what he was gonna do. He was gonna drop them in front of my car, so I ran them over, but by the time I realized that was too late. He had already dropped them and I literally ran them over. Like, sorry little pups. So when I woke up that night was horrible. I literally felt like a demon crawl up my legs. I say demon loosely, I just mean in my head that's what I thought it was. I felt something crawl up my legs and like sit on my chest. And I just remember like looking up and like looking around, because I don't know if you guys are able to do this when you experience sleep paralysis, but I was always able to move my eyes. I don't know if that's a thing with you guys too, but so I just remember looking around my room and not being able to physically see something, but literally I felt it. And I also, like I said, I felt it crawling up my leg. So in my experience, was something there, was something not there? I truly don't know, but in my teenage mind, for the first time having a sleep paralysis experience, something was there. The second big experience that I had was one time I fell asleep again in that same house, and at this point I was astral projecting sometimes, and I know that sounds really weird, but I really was. Like, I would just be able to like leave my body at night. So at one point I left my body, but not on purpose. At this point, I would like felt like something pushed me out of my body, and I thought I literally got pushed off the bed. So like when I turned and I looked at my bed, I saw my body asleep on the bed. I saw myself asleep on the bed, and then I saw like a black figure sitting next to me on my bed. It felt like it was trying to like enter my body, but I kind of caught it in the act, is the way that I would best describe it. I know it doesn't really make sense, but it's really hard to explain something without you physically being there. So just imagine like you're in bed and you get pushed off, and then you see yourself lying in the bed and you see like a shadowy figure trying to get inside your body. Immediately my brain snapped me back into my body, and I felt a literal jolt of electricity when I snapped back into my body. And upon further research, that's a common thing. When you get astral projected or pushed out of your body and you snap back into your body, there's a volt of electricity that happens. And I can't explain it. I have no idea why that is, but I just know firsthand that's something that's true because I've experienced it myself. And then third, the last one, at this point, I was living in a different house. And this is the house where me and my best friend actually encountered a demon. Like, we literally saw a demon. We have a story time posted on our other channel, so I'm not really gonna get too deep into that, but if you guys wanna know more about it, I'll explain more here on this channel. Just let me know. So when I woke up this night, I was used to it. I already knew like I'm gonna get sleep paralysis when I go to sleep. It's just like 9 out of 10 chance I'm gonna get it. So when I woke up, I was like not even really scared. I was just thinking to myself, just like talking to myself, like, oh, like I wonder how long this is gonna be. Like, I was looking around my room, you know, like waiting for my body to get out of that paralyzed state. And then I just happened to like glance up and like back like this and like tilt my head a little bit, and I had like a Marilyn Monroe poster hanging above my head. And she literally, like, this is gonna sound crazy, she literally looked down at me, blew me a kiss and winked. So I was like, and that broke my paralysis instantly. I remember getting up and running to my parents' room, and I was like crying, and I was like, Mom, Dad, my Marilyn Monroe poster just winked at me. They were probably like, okay, you're literally on crack right now. But I wasn't that much. No, but seriously, like, I wasn't, like, it just was terrifying. I've always had a fear. I don't know if anyone else has this. I mean, obviously, a lot of people in the world have. There's like billions of people in the world, but who else is terrified of things moving, like in pictures or dolls moving or stuff like that? For some reason, that is one of my biggest fears. And seeing that happen in real life was mind-boggling. I literally cried myself to sleep that night because I was like, there's something in my room. It's not leaving my room. It's really bad. At this point, it's happening all the time, and I was so scared to sleep in my room. But luckily, at that point, I ended up moving out into like another room down the hallway. It was really cool. I had my own fireplace. It was like my own little apartment. And when I went into that room, nothing really happened. So, I mean, I still think that there's a demon that lives in that room. So those were my top 3 experiences that I've had with sleep paralysis, and it's actually something that runs in my family. Nobody runs in my family. That's why we're all fat and dying young. I do want to share one that happened to my dad. This is actually a recurring one. So he used to live in Missouri, and a lot of people don't know this, but Missouri is a hot spot for supernatural activity. There were a lot of reports of alien sightings, you know, just a lot of stuff to do with aliens. I don't really know about ghosts. He never really talked about like the paranormal side, more of like the supernatural, but a lot of his friends had experience with aliens. And so he thinks that this was more of an alien rather than like a ghost or a demon or whatever. When he was little, between the ages of 3 and 7, he used to have a woman who would come and visit him every night. And the way that he told me would scare the hell out of me when I was little. He said like he would wake up, so his eyes would open and she would be like hovering above him like a foot away. But she wasn't mean or scary, she was just like there. And the way that he described her was she looked like she was wearing the outfit of a nun, so like the headdress and everything. Like, here, I'll just show it here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But that was just how she looked. Like, she wasn't wearing any clothes that he could remember. She was just shaped like that. So weird. But he said there was never anything scary that happened. They would just talk about his day, and they would just talk. The reason this one stuck out to me is it was so interesting because he told me that she used to explain things about like science and math with him. She would explain things. I gotta go. That was really interesting to me. What do you guys think about that one? Because if it was something like, oh, like she had clothes, she was gonna get me. It wasn't. It was like she was like a sweet supernatural thing that was trying to teach him. Then also one night she came to him, woke him up the usual way, hovering over him, and then she said like, John, I'm sorry, I can't come to you anymore. You've been such a good friend to me over the years. And he remembers crying for days and days and days and staying up and hoping that she would come, but she literally never came again. That's weird, right? Like, isn't that so weird? So now hearing all those stories, what do you guys think? Does science have everything to do with it, or does the paranormal have a play here too? I just want to thank you guys so much, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this content. And if you guys did, can you guys please do me a favor and subscribe and like, and let me know in the comments if you guys have any experience with sleep paralysis, whether or not you guys think it's just bogus and it's just all about the REM sleep cycle, or if the demons and ghosties really come in at night when we're sleeping. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in your nightmares. Don't wet your beds tonight.